filtering. Once you have your collection of elements and you want to filter it down to just the ones that match a condition, you can use filter with a selector, like filter some class, right? And so that would, dot some class, and then that would say, okay, now that we have this collection, only keep the ones that match this, right? You can also put a function in there, and it will only keep the ones that for which this returns true, the function returns true, or a truthy value, right? So here, if I said all LIs that have more than one LI as an ancestor, more than one, so 2 or more, then it would only give me those that have 2 or more LIs as an ancestor. Okay. You can filter the opposite way with not. You say, okay, so only keep the ones that don't match this, that aren't some class. Okay, and you can use the function same way. All right. Slice. You can say, okay, I want. Which one would this return? Which one would this give us? If we have like 5 LIs and we did li.slice 2, which LI would it give us? Sorry? The second one. Good guess, but it's wrong. The third one, right. Why would it give us a third one? Yeah, that's right, because the first one is index 0, right? Because that's how things work in most programming languages. I think like Visual Basic for applications was one based or something, or some Visual Basic kind of variant. But otherwise, they're 0. -2 will give you the last 2 elements. It's kind of nice. So if we had 5 LIs, it would give you the 4th and 5th. Slice 3, 6. I can never remember this. I think this will give you the starting with the 4th one, and 6 of them starting with the 4th one. Is that right? Why do I always mess? I always have to test this. It's embarrassing. Let's see. Okay, so what if in our scratch pad we did this? All right. There we go. Pop open the console. And we say li. We get all those LIs, and then we say .slice 3, 6, right? There we go. Oh, the third one, or I'm sorry, the 4th one through the 7th one, right? So starting with the 4th, 5th, 6th, sorry. 4th, 5th, and 6th. Okay. Up until the, okay, yeah. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you guys? Because I'm starting to confuse myself. All right. This will start at the 3rd one and go all the way to the 2nd to last. Let's try that. Sorry. Okay, let's see what the last one is. Yeah, 2nd to last one. Good. And the first one that it selected was the 3rd one, right? Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Alrighty. Slice. Slice is nice. EQ, equal, that'll give you it'll return one element, right? Or select one. And that'll be the third one. And that'll be the third from the end. Okay. So this is kind of weird. jQuery also has this notion of a contextual selector as a second argument. So far, everything we've been seeing has been with one argument inside that dollar function, right? Here we have two. I would say don't do it. You don't need it. Don't use the second selector, the second argument. It's the same thing as starting with the second one and saying .find the first one. And as a matter of fact, it's so much like that's what jQuery does internally, is it converts it into that other syntax and runs it that way. So it's just extra work for jQuery to do. So, and that's not really the reason why I'd say don't use it. I'd say don't use it because it's a lot less descriptive, right? It's not really telling you what's happening there. If you're saying context.find selector, that's at least like as soon as you understand what find means, that you're finding descendants, then at least that's a little bit more descriptive than just having a second argument, right? So I would say skip it altogether. But you should be aware of it in case you see it in somebody else's code, right? Okay. There's also add. So you can add elements, like you can say all the LIs and then .add all the divs or whatever, right? You can say and self. So you could do something like this. You could say like ul.children.and self. And so that would return all of the LIs and the UL. Yeah? Together as one happy family. Okay. End. End is kind of weird. It doesn't really select anything. It's used with chaining, and I'll tell you about that in a bit.